Oh boy, Dane, maybe someone's going to get tased today because it's time for more To Catch a Predator. Yeah. I say it's like a good thing, but I got so many mixed feelings every time we watch this. I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
God, I hate these guys. I hate them so much. But this one is called the No Pickle Predator. Dude ain't got no pickles. Good. You don't deserve any. No pickles.
That's right. Pickles are delicious.
Here comes another married man. He's 31-year-old Lee Greer, screen name Lee Greer 74. He sends her a picture of his penis and then types, "You will get to see the real thing, you know, in person."
Oh. All right.
Wow.
They're speedrunning this dude. Usually
Straight to the point.
Chris Hansen's usually like, so we got this guy and he's married. But now that he's like, this guy, he's on business. He's showing his wiener. He says when he gets there, you'll see the real thing. So here he is. Take him to jail. Straight to jail.
He's on the back door, his porch, opening the door. He's supposed to be bringing lunch and booze.
Hey, come on in!
Lunch and booze. He just walked straight in the door. Didn't even knock or anything.
Wow.
Then perverted justice decoys will ask a man to bring something specific, like food or alcohol.
Ask if he brought the lunch and booze.
Did you bring the food?
Yeah.
Oh, he got the food. What's he got? No pickles,
Look at
though.
him. What is he got?
I don't know what that is. Whoever it is, they don't want you to know, Dane.
That's true.
They don't want you to know. So what they tell us before that they ask him to bring something specific to like, so they can't be like, oh, I was just randomly here. You know, that ain't me talking to them. It's like you brought the thing we asked you to bring. So that confirms. Yeah. Okay.
That you're the guy.
All right. He's got it. He's ready.
Okay, great. What did you bring?
Double cheeseburgers with no pickles.
Hey,
There it is.
he's got
There
the
it
double
is.
cheeseburgers.
The double cheese is here, baby.
No pickles.
No pickles. He ruined that double cheeseburger.
Not the double cheeseburgers, man. Leave them alone. They didn't do anything. Leave them alone.
Fries might be cold. It took me a little while to find this place.
You can just take a seat. I'll be right there.
Okay.
Fries might be a little cold, but I love it. You're just looking that way, Chris. Like, skirt, here I come, brother. Time to get him. Time to strike. Give me them cold fries.
So no cookies for you? What's going on?
Not much.
She's like, hey, bro. Just let me just scoot back a little bit so I can get the quality. Oh, yeah, he's freaking out. Yeah, a little freaked out.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Lee.
And Lee, what are you doing here?
Come to visit a friend off the net, I thought.
But then you're here, so now this is weird. What? Who are you? And what are you doing here?
I didn't get no fries for you.
I didn't bring no double cheeseburger for you. Now you have me at a disadvantage.
So why don't you start over again and tell me how old did she say she was in the conversation?
13.
How old are you?
Too old.
Yeah.
We just has some old man humor. Oh, brother, I'm too old. Hey, you know what I mean? Oh, my back. Better get on out of here. Got to get to work in the morning.
He's so nonchalant about it too, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
he's shook right now. He's trying to keep it together, but he's definitely shook. He didn't think this could happen. He didn't think this would happen, Dane. He didn't know.
no, nah.
Too old. 31.
31. Well, now you're making me feel old, but still, way too old to be here, homie. What are you doing with your life?
31 with that mustache, bro. That's the I'm 15 going on 16 mustache, bro. I can't believe he still got it.
He's over giving Chris Hansen the people's eyebrow too. Got it raised up like, yeah. What you gonna do?
And you thought it was okay for a 31-year-old man to come to a home where a 13-year-old girl was alone because why exactly?
I didn't.
Then why did you do it?
Oh,
Stupidity.
Stupidity.
Honestly.
I'm just dumb. I am so stupid. I fancy myself pretty smart until I'm in this situation.
Until I show up.
And then I'm just dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb. I wonder what they think, like when they don't, like back in the day before they knew who Chris Hansen was, if they just think he's like white guy getting onto him. So, son, can you tell me why do you think this is okay? I'm disappointing you, and they're just gonna like walk out or something. It seems like how they react to him most of the time. There's like, oh well, nice man got onto me and made me feel bad, and I left. But then I got tased and went to jail.
I got tased.
Cry about it. Go ahead, cry.
Stupidity.
Give me them
You
tears.
sent her that picture.
Yes.
Oh,
I told her the dirty pictures and she wanted to see them, so I showed them.
Oh, it's her fault. She wanted to see him, Dane.
Wow.
She asked
You're
for him. I
right.
mean, he's just a nice guy, just trying to provide. You know, what he's asked
He
for.
didn't even want to, but she asked for him.
He got double cheeseburgers, no pickles, wiener shots, you know, whatever you need, he's got you, okay?
Cold fries and all, baby. Yeah.
No, because a 13-year-old girl says it's okay for you to do it.
No, it's not, sir. No, sir.
Are you married?
Yes, sir.
Ooh,
How's this going to go over at home?
forgot about that.
Not good.
It ain't going to be good if you tell her. Pulls a knife out.
You can tell by his eyebrows right there. He means it. This is not going to be good for him.
We talk about a lot how like all these dudes are the same dude. Like, and there's very few that try to just like run and get away, but most of them just give up, and they're like, "No, sir, it ain't going to go over good with my wife." Like the whole concept of if they were criminals, right? And Chris showed up and was like, "What are you gonna like? What happens when I tell people?" And they don't just start stabbing him, you know?
Right.
It's like I guess a total different like tier of crime that they're doing. Like the fact they think it's okay and that they can talk their way out of it, or I don't know. It says so much about their personality to me, like a whole lot. It's crazy to me how this works out every single time.
Sad, really. You know,
they're all the same dude. They all think it's like fine and it's okay for some reason. Like they got permission just because a 13-year-old said, who they thought was a 13-year-old said it's okay. And they're like, yeah, heck yeah, I'll come by, bring you what you want. And then they get caught and they're like, I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
Or the guys that are like, wait, you're not a cop, are you?
Right.
Oh, but you said you wasn't a cop. What do you mean? Oh no.
But in the fact that like I don't want to say they seem like they're innocent people because they're not. Like they're disturbed people on the inside. But I wonder if since they come off that way, I'm just trying to figure out like why they usually get such light sentences. Like some of them get it, but a lot of them don't. They're like out like the next week on bail or whatever, or they have to do community service, or they have to register. It's always like light stuff in comparison to like the lives that they could have ruined.
Yeah. What is the price of that person's life or their sanity? You know what I'm saying? Going forward after something heinous like this, and it's really shocking, and it lets you know a person's life apparently, and then that situation, isn't worth a lot, and that's sad, man. Especially when it's a kid, dude. Yeah. That's super freaking. That pisses me off, actually, thinking about it.
It's the part that we get to every time we do one of these. It's always the most difficult for me to comprehend is how these guys are so like, don't think it's a big deal. Or that they do when they get questioned about it. They're just like, yeah, it was really dumb of me. Oh, yeah. But they still got to this point. I don't know.
But they're still, and they're still here.
It's like they're so sneaky. What is it? Sneaky? I don't know. Anyway, let's keep on watching. It drives me nuts. I know. Comprehend.
I had really, really, really like for it not to go home. Really, sir.
Please don't tell my wife.
What do you think should happen to you, Lee?
I'd like to be able to just go back to work. And
just go back to work. Just walk, get up and
I'm not saying what I've done was right because I know it's wrong. I'm admitting to you that it is wrong.
Oh, well, you're free to go. Thank you. Yeah, appreciate
leave the double
that.
cheese and get on out. Then, bro.
You're free to go.
You're fine.
Go on back home. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. The part that drives me insane. Let me go on home, man. I didn't really do nothing. Wasn't going to do nothing, promise.
I don't know what to tell you, honestly.
Well, there's a few things that you need to know.
As we told you before, you won't get off that easy.
Well, that's a nice sob story, bro. But here's the cameras. Yeah. It's going straight home. We're going to send a copy to your wife.
Oh Lord, she's the first person I ever considered meeting. There's some in the car.
Just happened to be some in the glove box.
No, I always have condoms anywhere I go.
Like he's got his condoms in the car,
but he's got to keep them on him at all times everywhere he goes.
Yeah, because you never know, his wife may be out there in the car. And...
Yikes, dude.
The person would have to be an idiot not to, because of diseases.
As soon as
that's just...
Oh my God.
You'd have to be an idiot to not carry condoms in your car everywhere because diseases, man, they just fly out of nowhere. You gotta these condoms in my glove box here. Yeah, he's right. He is an idiot. God, that excuse ain't gonna fly there, brother. But anyway, tase him, please.
As soon as the men leave our house, police work quickly and sometimes aggressively, taking the suspects down to
That's not him. That's somebody else. Who's this? Who they freaking clothesline?
taking the suspects down to the...
It's probably like the neighbor. They don't know what's going on. What happened?
That's because in Florida, it's relatively easy to get a permit to carry a concealed weapon.
Oh, okay. So this in the South. They may have a gun on them. You never know.
Anybody get hurt in the takedowns?
No, 24 people and no one was injured.
That they reported.
Yeah. Look at the way he's looking. He's like, his eyes are half closed. No, nobody got hurt. And if they did, what are you going to do? Call the police?
Let me see your hand. Oh, Lord.
As a man is being arrested...
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. The freaking truck comes peeling up on the grass. I didn't even see that.
Oh, Lord.
That's the code word for his boys to come back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lord. And here they come. Just...
Oh, Lord.
As a man...
Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Am I going to jail?
Not like this.
Oh, what about my double cheeseburgers? Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
That oh, Lord, though, was so good. God, he go back to jail or something? God dang. He was charged with felony count of attempted lewd and lascivious battery. Victim, 12 to 15 years old. Says the lawyer raised concerns. The evidence present against the 24 men caught in the sting, including whether charges involving a child victim could be justified as they were communicating with adult decoys posing as children, and argued that having a sexual fantasy is not unconstitutional and engaging in sexually explicit conversation with a child is a criminal offense. It may be difficult for the state to prove these conversations were with an actual child. Yeah, but they're not really kids. They just pretended.
Wow.
That would have to be like a mutual understanding if it's fantasy. The people that are the men that have been caught here would have to think or have to know that it's an adult pretending to be a child for that.
That's gross that the defense even went there.
God, I hope they just crush that and
How
said,
does
shut
that person
up.
sleep at night?
God.
Dude? Like, they come up with that?
Is that they work with the whole, like, whoever that dude was that offed himself, who was like in the legal department that they caught, like that's why the show got canceled, right? It's because they caught that dude.
Yeah.
What if it probably works with them? The sound of it, god dang. But anyway, he was convicted and found guilty. Single felony charge he was facing. So they were like, yeah, shut up. And they put him 21 months in prison, 3 years probation, required to register as a sex offender. Greer was designated as a tier 3 sex offender in Arkansas. They have tiers, meaning he has high risk of reoffending and has to update his status with law enforcement every 90 days for the rest of his life. Every 3 months, he's got to go and update his status. Good.
I mean, that's, I was going to say, keep an eye on this guy.
Oh, here we go. Okay, he was put in this tier due to the disclosure made during his assessment interview where he revealed that he engaged in a sexually explicit online conversation with 6 minors and had sent pornographic images of his wiener to a 15-year-old girl. Remember that part where he said, "This is my first time.
Oh, Lord.
This is my 7th time."
Well, you'd be a dummy to not keep them in your car. You never know when you got... Oh! That makes me sick.
His brother is also a registered sex offender.
Oh, no.
He was convicted in 2007 on felony internet stalking after being accused of engaging in sexually explicit conversations soliciting a 14-year-old girl online. And his brother acknowledged that he also engaged in sexual conversation with 2 other girls between the ages of 14 and 15 on the internet. As a result, he was classified as a tier 2 sex offender. Wow. Now this is why you never believe these dudes ever. He's over here on number 7 and his brother is over here doing the same thing.
They're literally like Thanksgiving dinner afterwards. They're out back in the backyard talking about their shared experiences. It makes me sick, dude.
This is after, like, there's those parts that suck, like, oh, this is disgusting, but then like going and just figuring out like how deep it goes that they don't talk about in the episodes.
Right.
What a trash can. Anyway, hope you guys hated that video. I sure did. If today's your birthday, happy birthday. Say toast, my friends. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
You get double cheese, keep the pickles.
Yeah, keep them away.